Hello, beautiful souls. Hello. Welcome to Annie Around the Wild. And wow, it's been a doozy today. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So in my last video you saw, I stayed overnight at a Cracker Barrel and it went great. I love Cracker Barrel. I even got Cracker Barrel hat, represent. And if I hadn't just washed my hair, I would be wearing it right now. Hey, honey. So in the morning at the Cracker Barrel, I had their breakfast and their food is amazing. But I accidentally parked by a bush and my car was bombarded by ants in the front and I didn't know, and a couple got inside and there was a very bad situation. And so I had to handle that situation. So what did we do? So we obviously had to find a drive-through car wash, and there was no drive-through car wash in the San Bernardino area that I was in. Can you believe that? Not one drive-through car wash. So the day pretty much went to driving an hour to the drive-through car wash. And then, so since I was in the area, we came back to Angeles National Forest instead of going back to San Bernardino. Oh God, you guys. Oh God, you guys. I just had the most terrifying experience. And I'm calm. I'm calm now. Before recording this video and, putting the mic on, I put my baby girl her food. I stopped, I put her some fresh food and I drank some water myself to calm myself down, to calm my nerves down, because I was just on the scariest forest road ever. I was in a situation that I have been trying to prevent, and I need to drink. Got my iced tea. I'm choking on my iced tea. But I'm just glad we got out of there safely. Nothing happened to us. Nothing happened to the car. I was shaking, I was shaking so bad. And so we were on the main road going up to a campground. I don't know where the campground is. I think maybe the road might be closed because the only other main road is closed. And then the Navi was taking us through the forest road, which is like off-road kind of. But it's pavement, it's on pavement though. So you're going in the forest, but it's paved road. So we're driving, and all of a sudden, as we're driving, it's a tiny little one-way road where the minivan barely fits. And, it's a minivan, but minivans are not small. So the minivan barely fit in the freaking road. And so we're going up, and there's just nowhere. The only way to get out is either to keep going straight or to reverse out. And so the road, all of a sudden, it was like the pavement was broken up. It's as if someone went at it and just broke up the whole pavement. So it was all just broken up concrete. And it was big rocks and stuff, and there was no way I was gonna drive through that for another couple miles. And so there I was, stuck in that road with nowhere to go, in the middle of the forest, no service, no nothing. And I was so scared. I was trying to reverse out before I got scared. I was trying to reverse out, and I have a reverse camera and stuff, but still it was really, 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 really difficult. And I was having a really hard time reversing out. And when I started having such a hard time reversing out, that's when panic started kicking in. And it wasn't like panic, it was like fear and panic that turned into panic. So I don't know these roads that iOverlander has people going in, or like what people are posting up on iOverlander, or maybe it's just people on, like, I don't know, 4x4s or something. It's no one who is in a non 4x4 situation. It doesn't feel that way. Everything on iOverlander is just like, I'm always being taken onto a road that I can't get to. And it's very frustrating, you know? Like, I have no way to really show you guys. Here, let me flip the camera for now. And this is, you know, so this is the main road, which is fine. But, you know, it was really bad, and because we were not on the main road, you know, it took us like off the main beaten path. And so we were literally like in there, in the middle of nowhere, just over there. And so that shit was really crazy, and it was really, really scary. It really was scary. It was just not a road that was drivable. Sorry for the shaking. I'm trying to put my phone back in its place. So, hello. Hey, peekaboo. Hey, baby. So it was a very scary situation. And by the time I reversed out of there, my whole body was shaking. I was just like shaking so bad. And then I found like this place in that middle of nowhere, because when I finally reversed out, there was like a big area finally where I can maneuver my car, you know, kind of like different ways until I turned around to then go and drive straight forward. And so in that area, I noticed there was like what used to be like, it looked like some kind of like a 3-car spot parking area. But then on that side was like nothing, and all the rocks were all graffitied out. Like, it was all graffiti. And so when I got out of the car, because that's where I stopped to calm down and drink water, because I couldn't drive like that. My whole body was shaking. I was so terrified in that moment, everybody. I was so terrified. That was a really scary road. I probably should have videoed it, but I was just so scared. I was so scared. My adrenaline was rushing, and I just wanted to like take care of the situation and to get out of there. And as soon as I got on the main road, I started recording for all of you, you know, because I just was in too much of a panic mode, and I wanted to like just do what I needed to do and to get out of there. And recording was not, you know, that was going to make me linger. And I'll say why. Just hear me out. Okay, so here we are in this little area, right? And so I'm out there and I'm looking around in like what is like this makeshift little, what used to be little parking area. And when I say parking area, it was just like a little tiny thing right there. It wasn't like a parking lot, you know, it was just like this little cut, and on the left side of the road. And then to the right, like I said, it was all graffiti. So it was all like gang related graffiti and stuff. And so I was like, okay, no. And then when I got out of the car to turn around and just like walk around and, you know, make my round around the car to look around, make sure things are okay, I saw that someone had a makeshift fire ring made there with like, it was very badly made, and that shit can start a fire and probably will start a forest fire, like as if there aren't enough forest fires in this freaking forest. But yeah, someone had a makeshift like a fire ring. So I was like, okay, there's definitely someone who's staying here, or you know, something. But there was, so it was a little creepy, because I was like, all right, like it's been used, and like it was obvious, like someone, like it was a makeshift one. And so I was like, just okay. So I was like, all right, so I'm not gonna stay here because you know, maybe this is someone's spot. And then I was like, well, I'm so scared, because at that time I was scared. So I was like, maybe I should just stay here and just like, you know, call it a day and just stay here. But while I was walking around, there was noises coming from what looked like the nothingness. And then I heard something, and I was like, okay, maybe it's just my head, you know, fucking with me. Because, you know, when you're scared, like your head can start messing with you, and you think you hear things, and you know that like it's just like a squirrel, but you think like it's something, you know. But anyway, and so I was like, okay, but it still kept it in the back of my head, you know, like what was that? You know, I did hear something. So then as I came to sit in the car, I heard something again. And then my baby girl showed a reaction too. And I was like, you heard that too, huh? And she was just staring. And I was like, okay. So, and then I went to the back because I had to turn off her water fountain, right? I turned off her water fountain. Yeah. But yeah, I had to turn off her water fountain before we drove. And so when I went to the back to turn off her water fountain, another noise. I don't know if it was an animal or a human making the noise. And that's what made it really creepy. I got the sense that it was not an animal. I think it was a human being. And that's what creeped me out. That really did creep me out, you know, like really badly. It really honestly was too much for me to handle. Not that I showed it, you know, I didn't show that I was scared so that like they don't think that I'm scared. I have a lot of weapons with me here, and that I keep also one on my waist, you know, and when I am in the middle of nowhere like that. So it's not about that. I just don't want to put myself in a dangerous situation, you know, and I was just going to look for the campsite, you know, so I wasn't exactly looking for like, you know, some like secret cut, you know, to go to. So that was that. And then, so yeah, and then when I was back there turning off the water fountain, when I heard that, and then again, she was just staring without blinking, my baby girl, and I was like, yeah, okay, we're done. I quickly sat in the driver's seat, and I quickly hauled ass to get the F out of there, because I was like, okay, we're done, you know, so, yeah, and as soon as I hit the main road, I was just so happy that I wanted to cry. Like I got teary-eyed just from being close to the road. But now here we are, and I did do a lot. The Navi had me do a lot of turns in this forest. I don't care because I'm on the main road now, so I don't really care. But at the same time, still, we're in the forest and we don't have service, and I am hoping I am going the right way. We did like 2 turns in places, but I'm pretty sure I'm going the right way. So I can't check. The Navi wasn't working, obviously, because there's no service. So, but important thing is we're back on the main road. That was quite an adventure, and that was really scary. I was actually planning on, when we were at the Cracker Barrel, so when we were at the Cracker Barrel, I was planning on going and staying at a rest area in that spot. for like the next 2 nights. And then like Thursday night, I was planning on going. Okay, yeah, I am going the right way. Sorry, you guys. I am just seeing some stuff. Okay, yeah, this is the road that's closed. So here, all right, cool. Yeah, we're going the right way. Yeah, we're going the right way. Okay, so sorry everybody. I had to just like see what's going on for a sec. And let me also pull to the side for just a second. Okay, there you go, past me. All right, so anyway, oh Jesus. Okay. I really hope we're going the right way. We're going the right way so far. So anyway, my plan was then to stay for the 2 nights at the rest area, and then Thursday night I was gonna come somewhere, find somewhere up in elevation to go to, because Friday it's going to be 100 degrees. So I'm really worried about Friday. So I was like, okay, for Thursday night we'll find somewhere like higher up to go to. But it's definitely not going to be Angeles National Forest. I'm not really liking these things. So I don't really know what we're going to do at the moment. I don't know where I'm going to go. I have to figure out where I'm going to go right now. There aren't any rest areas nearby, so I'm just gonna have to figure out where I'm going, me and my baby are gonna go from here. So, hey honey. So yeah, we're just gonna be figuring that out for now, I guess. So we're just gonna have to get down this road so we can get some service back, and then just figure it out from there. I'm thinking there is a spot up the mountain that I can go that's on the other side of this national forest. But I don't know. We'll probably go and check that spot out too, honestly, because it's at least not going to take me into like roads like this. That was not okay. I've been really trying to avoid putting myself in situations like that. And there I was in like the scariest situation possible, where there was like, the road is like this big, and your car is barely fitting. That was just so scary. And there was like virtually no road. So there's a tunnel. I don't remember going through a tunnel. We didn't go through any tunnel. There's a picnic area. Okay, well, I hope I'm going the right way. It's gonna get dark because we're in a tunnel at the moment. But yeah, so I just wanted to catch all of you up and let y'all know what in the world Annie is doing and how Annie and Juliet's day went for today. I was just planning on doing a 20-minute drive to the rest area from the Cracker Barrel, and that was going to be it. We were just going to be chilling. And it ended up being this whole entire thing because of the ant situation. Great van life, huh? So I guess there's never a dull moment. There's always something, which is really annoying. But yeah, I will catch y'all soon. I will see y'all wherever we end up, I guess. I'm just gonna get us down this freaking mountain and I don't know, figure it out from there. Honestly, I might just go to that cut by that other side. I'm not sure. But one thing's for sure, you all will be informed once I get there. So thank you so much for being here, everybody, and for joining me on my little adventure today, as there was this unplanned crisis here, and now we don't have anywhere to go. So, but it's okay. It's okay. Things happen, I guess, a lot if you're Annie G. But yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you for joining Annie Around the Wild. And from me and Juliet, mwah, be safe, everybody. And until next time, be safe, stay wild and free. Bye, everybody.